All right, so welcome back to the ChungaBunga podcast, everybody. We got your hosts again, Ko, myself. We got Ish. What's up, Ish? And Chris. What's up, bud?
I quit.
Well, we almost had a webcam for Chris, but he kind of his mom kind of stole it.
It's gonna be here next week. Or I'll be the face reveals on Tuesday, but we'll get into that more soon. And you'll find out I'm not as handsome as my avatar. And I want to thank everyone again for the help on that stream, and for everyone tuning in. I think we had like 13 people at the peak-ish, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I'm very good first stream, and I'm looking forward to finishing the game with everyone and getting scared shitless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody turned off my mic on Streamlabs, so that was awesome.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, it's working now. Everything's fine. But anyways, let's get it. Let's get to it.
Dude, there's like actually quite a bit. Like last week there was like nothing, but then this week all of a sudden there's just like more than enough for both last week and this week.
Yeah.
And the week before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff happening, man.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. It's been a really crazy couple of weeks. It's been a really crazy month for video games and video game culture. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, like finding out Dr. Disrespect's still freaking like permanently banned and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it almost seems like he doesn't care though.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's in very Dr. Disrespect fashion, you know.
Yeah.
So I like it.
It's money and following. I probably wouldn't care either.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be mad at it either. If somebody was just like, all right, well, you can't do this anymore, and you bring all of your people to some other platform and just do it anyways, that's probably like the greatest feeling. That's for sure.
Which is lost, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, some other stuff. I mean, some personal stuff for us, actually, since, you know, we've been doing some gaming stuff. For our stream, we have actually got 100 followers. What was it? 2 days? Yesterday, I think. And because of that, we're going to be hosting a Super Smash Bros. Tournament, August 2nd. That is going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys like Super Smash Brothers and if you guys want to show your stuff, let me know. I will drop a link to the registration for the bracket, and I'll also drop a link to our Discord so we can get some saltiness going on, but not too much. Don't get crazy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We also reached 1,000 total views on our streams, so you know, I'm really happy. I'm impressed. I'm super grateful to everybody who tuned in, checked out, and enjoyed what we had to give you. So just a quick thanks to everybody out there.
Thank you.
And in the future, we're gonna definitely try and keep stepping up the game. We're working on improving the quality of everything. Like we're getting Chris a webcam so that we can actually see him get scared when he's playing.
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing a few more games, a little bit more variety going on. Take turns, so it's not just Ish doing it all the work.
Hey, it's all right. I like seeing my own mug, so it's good.
And when we get 100 subscribers, we're gonna have a special moonshine stream for all of you.
Yeah, I'll drive over to Chris's place and we'll have a moonshine stream.
I don't even know what that is.
It's probably safer that you don't.
It probably is.
But anyways, down to the news, down to what's going on or what's been going on with video games. I want to do a quick thing that I think is one of the smarter things that happened. Meta Critic has decided to instate a 36-hour rule for user reviews. So you can't just pop off like your IGN and play half the game and then do your review. You know what I mean? You have to that's enough time to beat most games that are coming out these days. So I think that was pretty cool for them to do that.
I feel like the actual paid critics should have that same 36-hour rule though.
Yeah, 100%.
I've seen some pretty pathetic, dude.
Yeah,
I've seen some pathetic freaking reviews where it's like they go ahead and review like some game like Dark Souls, and they spend like 20 minutes on it, don't even get past the first part, and then review it like 2.2 out of 10 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we all know Dark Souls is not anywhere below like a 7 at least.
At least, yeah. It depends. It really depends. Dark Souls has a lot of really bad moments, and it, through the really good moments make it better. Not all the time. I don't think so. I would give it a solid 8.5, at least for the first Dark Souls game.
Well, I think Dark Souls, and in general, just like everything about it, like they keep putting out quality games and stuff, and like so far, like all of the Dark Souls games, if you lumped them all together, I'd still give them like a solid 8 to 9 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the only reason why it's not like a 10 or like a 9.5 is because of Dark Souls 2. But
or I mean, I don't think any game really deserves a 10 out of 10.
I mean,
Ocarina
of Time deserves a 10 out of 10.
Yes, sir.
Mario
Completely
64 deserves a 10 out of 10. Like Golden Sun, the first one probably deserves a 10 out of 10. That game was tight.
Play Fighters deserves a 10 out of 10.
Play Fighters deserves a 10 out of 10 for effort.
I missed a few of the things this week though, like the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, okay.
Stuff that's going on. What's up with that?
Okay, so Nintendo Direct was pretty hype for one reason only. It's because they're bringing back an old JRPG called Shin Megami Tensei. They're bringing back Part 3, which is called Nocturne. So it's going to be an HD remaster. So if you like stuff like that, if you like things like Persona, which SMT kind of helped create that platform for Persona, then this is your way to go. They're also going to release Shin Megami Tensei 5, which has been something that people have been wanting for years. So that was a huge, huge thing. Like, it was probably outshined everything else that happened in the Nintendo Direct for sure, and people are still talking about it today. So it was a good one. Other than that, we had Cadence of Hyrule, which is the Crypt of the Necrodancer version of like Legend of Zelda games. Yeah, we got a new DLC for that. We got new music. We got new characters. So it's gonna be like a whole big upgrade for Cadence of Hyrule. One thing I did want to talk about specifically from there was Rogue Company. I believe you and I were talking about it for a little bit. How we like looked into this, and it's like the same style of like 5v5, just like, what would you even call that? Like arena combat?
Of a shitty game called Valorant.
so it's already the downgrade to Valorant. Wonderful.
Yeah. Oh man, I had such high hopes for Valorant, but
I feel like it could make a resurgence. It could get better. It just
they would have to redo all the mechanics. Like I wholeheartedly believe that the random spray pattern, or not random, but the spraying, like if somebody could like strafe walk and spray and fucking headshot you while they're aiming like at your arm, I think that's wrong. Like the whole
Seems realistic to me.
Chris. But yeah,
I just like hit scan. I like shooting where I point.
Where you point, yeah.
At bare minimum, they should make the crosshair move around to like reflect it, but they don't.
A little bit of like wobble or something. Yeah, I get that. But more about the Rogue Company game. It's made by High Res Studios. We've played a couple of High Res games. I've played Smite. Yeah. You played the other one. Which one was it? The shooting game. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. High Res. Dang it.
What the heck is the name of that game?
Tribes
Ascend. Yeah. That's right. We got like the beta to that or something. And we played it way back when.
Yeah, no, I bought that game when it came out. It's kind of like Titanfall in a sense.
In a sense, okay.
Without mechs.
Yeah, it's just on the ground Titanfall.
Yeah, I like Titanfall, but I don't like the mechs, so that's why I kind of liked Tribes Ascend. It was pretty dope.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, High Res Studios, they bring out good games for the most part, average games, I'll say. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping Rogue Company figures its way out of the hole that it's in. Another thing that
It's
happened.
probably gonna stay there, dude. It's probably gonna stay there. It's
Oh no,
it's a third person game
I just
shooting.
yeah. Uh, Something else that you guys might not have known. There's a wrestling game called WWE Battlegrounds coming out now.
Oh,
What happened here was I think what was it, 2K, they lost the developers of their previous wrestling games, like their simulation wrestling games. So I think this is their way of like coming back and doing a new thing because now this one is like an arcadey style, like back Super Nintendo style freaking arcade wrestling game. And I was really excited to hear that, but then I saw it, and I think the art direction just needs a push towards like more realism because it's very weird and chibi type characters.
yeah.
I think the best way to do like they could convert this into something fun is if they do like a wrestling game like WWE All Stars. Nobody looked like chibi or cutesy or anything. Everybody was just super stacked. Like everybody was incredibly buff and all the like moves were super crazy. Like
Yeah.
if you did the tombstone pile driver, you get like you would hit the ground or like what was it? I think Undertaker like spun in the air and did a spinning pile driver or some shit. It was crazy.
You remember those like WrestleMania games back on like PlayStation 1, I think?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Dude,
remember
I
those.
love those games, dude. They're so fun. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
yeah.
They had like some like make believe to them, like
Yeah.
some powers basically.
Yeah, yeah. Those were really cool, man. I like stuff like that. Like they're bringing that superpower stuff back, but it's just the art direction is no good. And it really breaks like wanting to get the game for sure. Especially if
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a $60 title. But yeah, I mean, Nintendo Direct was cool. We saw a couple of things. It was a really small one, so I'm hoping the next one has more stuff about the next Mario Odyssey, the next Breath of the Wild.
Uh,
Um, maybe some DLC for Origami King, Paper Mario, or what they're gonna do with the old Paper Marios if they're gonna bring it back to the virtual store, if they're gonna do a virtual store for the Switch.
yeah.
But maybe something along the lines of that. Maybe a new Mario Party or a new Mario Kart, something cool. Something to bring us back to the Switch.
I'm only interested in hearing more about that Pokemon MOBA.
I don't want to hear about that
That's
anymore.
what I want to hear about.
Well, so hold on, going back a little bit, like
Yeah.
having shoot, what was I going with? Do they have like a Switch version of like Mario Party yet?
Yeah, it's called Super Mario Party.
Oh,
It's
I didn't
dope.
know that.
It's super dope.
You can play with people over the internet.
Yeah,
Why haven't we done that?
we could do that. You want to do that? We could do that. I'll do
We should
it.
do that.
I have it right there. Looking right at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm down with that. We
Yeah,
could.
it's happening.
We're doing it. We could. I think it's 8 players, so I think we could do it with the audience too. So that'd be fun. I'll just
All
put it.
right.
I'll put it on the Elgato, and then we could just stream it. That'd be great.
We'll do it. We'll figure it out.
Sweet. Or we'll do some Mario Kart. Oh man, it's getting better. Okay. So yeah, that was a Nintendo Direct. We had a couple of other streams along the week and other stuff. I played Ghost Runner on my channel, Twitch TV El Shizo, and that game was dope. If like I was saying before, it makes you feel like Genji, but like in a campaign setting. I learned a little bit more about the game. It's just like humanity's just wiped, bro. It's like there's like a few people that exist, and then it's everybody lives in this giant tower, and it's kind of just like it's end of the world type stuff, And you're just running along this tower like Genji, just freaking slashing through people. And then you get all these combat abilities and this and that. You get slow motion. You can deflect bullets right back at people. Um, Basically, we just saw more of the gameplay of the game. We saw more of the story. We saw more, kind of trying to bring the character to life that you're playing. I think that was a bad choice. I think I like my protagonist in this kind of game to be more silent and kind of just let the world around him just live and exist. But it was cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I saw. That's for sure.
Very, very indie kind of feel to it.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Chris, I think you had something you wanted to mention today.
Yes, I wanted to give people a little bit of an update on two games that I've talked about in the past: Escape from Tarkov and Dead Matter. I'll start with Dead Matter. Like I said before, it's a game where the action and a lot of the mechanics harkens back to like DayZ, and the customization kind of falls a little bit more in line with like Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the child of both of those games.
Sure, yeah.
They've been trying to get the closed alpha going for a little while now, and it looks like the roadblock that was preventing it is finally getting sorted out. So within the next week or two is when the closed alpha will start.
Okay.
They said they're going to do like a slow rollout. So they're going to send out keys, I believe, in like waves.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk more about the game when like the closed alpha actually comes out. Even though it's going to be on NDA, I think once it's actually out, we can go into the details they released publicly.
Yeah.
Just kind of give our viewers, a better perspective in case they want to go out and buy it, because they're going to allow closed alpha access throughout, so you can like go and like buy a key and whatnot.
Yeah. What was that? That was a Kickstarter campaign for Dead Matter?
Yes.
Yeah, Dead Matter.
Okay, so that if you supported the Kickstarter, I'm sure you get yourself a key, right? Something like that.
I will have 2 extra keys, I believe.
Okay, 2 extra keys. Well then, then we should probably do something about that when that does come out.
Yeah, for sure.
What can you tell us about, or can you tell us anything about the game itself, or is it like complete NDA?
No, a lot of the stuff that we know about it so far has been released publicly.
Uh-huh.
It's like, we're so used to like DayZ and Tarkov, where everything kind of seems to take place in Russia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this game, Dead Matter, actually takes place in Canada.
Okay, our neighbors up north.
Yeah, so
It might as well be Russia.
I think I
Just
don't remember
North
exactly where
Russia.
it takes.
It's just North.
Yeah, North Russia, but I don't remember exactly where it takes place in Canada. But it's being developed on Unreal Engine 4, which, a lot of people know my gripes with like Tarkov developing on Unity.
Yeah.
I think Unreal Engine 4 is a superior engine, but like I said, it's like, even in terms of like Cody knows that Tarkov has like their gamma containers and whatnot.
Yeah.
This game has like it's like a belt. It's like, essentially they have like a gamma. They have containers in that too. So it has they're drawing a lot from like Tarkov and DayZ. It's gonna have base building. You can also like take over buildings within the map and make them your base.
Okay.
Which I don't know how.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I don't know how well that's gonna work out, considering it's like that's essentially like loot spawns that you can take over as bases.
Oh,
so
cool.
I don't know how they're really gonna balance that.
I just want to go back real quick. So by gamma containers, you mean like even if you die, you'll have like a set amount of things that you could come back to your base with, basically?
Yeah, like it'll essentially stay on your person.
Gotcha.
So if you like, be it like, I think keys and certain utility items, you would just be able to maintain those. What I like the most is that they're gonna have like essentially procedurally generated military like facilities, like underground like bunkers.
Okay.
That they're gonna have. That's what I believe they're touting as like their end game, is essentially like a dungeon kind of thing.
Okay, I get it. That's pretty cool.
Maybe Diablo, dude. Diablo zombies.
Oh no.
Yeah, but the game looks very promising. I think they're swinging for the fences in terms of like what they want to have in the game. But whenever I watch one of their like vlogs about the game, it just looks better and better and more stable. So I'm holding on to hope that this will actually work out and, you know, not be a mess like so many other Kickstarter games we've seen.
Yeah, definitely. And if you still don't know, there's a wonderful Kickstarter game by the name of Out of Reach Treasure Royale that that still has just a little bit of time to meet its goal.
Man, it's not making it though.
Don't break my heart. Really, don't break my heart.
But it was fun. The time
It was so
I spent
fun.
it was a lot of fun.
I'll play it again. If somehow even through this Kickstarter,
it's close, dude. It's actually really close.
I told you.
It's like $2,000 from its goal.
I told you, dude. I told you Kickstarters get
5 days
hyped
to go,
at the end. I fucking told you.
Yeah, 5 days to go, dudes.
Fuck yeah. I'm excited. I'm putting money in today. That's happening today.
Oh god.
I'm getting 4 keys. 4 keys for that. 1 for each of us and then +1 for a giveaway.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. And Sorcel, thank you for the cheer. Thank you for the 200 bits, man.
Hey,
We love
what's
you,
up,
man. It's good seeing you.
Much appreciated.
Okay. So yes, definitely Dead Matter. Definitely want to look into it, and we'll have some gameplay on that as soon as we can. Now I wanted to talk about something as well. Everybody knows I like indie games. I like indie games, and I'm just gonna play them no matter what, even if they suck. One thing that I did play that didn't suck, and it was an indie game, was called Blasphemous. If you like Dark Souls, this is like the indie, like the 16-bit version of Dark Souls. It's super cool. All of the stuff, like the bosses, the environments, everything looks beautiful and just grim. You know, it's very grim. But the reason why I bring it up is because it's gonna get its first DLC pretty soon. There's gonna be a new game plus and a completely different mode that you can start to like do the DLC stuff. So you'll beat the game, and then on this new mode, you'll do the DLC stuff after. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, you really should, because it's a fucking awesome game, dude. It scratches the itch for Dark Souls. When I'm like, Dark Souls isn't working, I'll go or I'll play Blasphemous. Really awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's like Dead Cells, but more 3D kind of.
It's just a different art direction, I think. But
Is it?
yeah, but it's really cool. And I said, like, very, I don't want to say biblical. That seems like a weird term, but it's, you know, it's got a lot of that type of stuff. A lot of like God and devil, and, you know, it's cool. It's dope as fuck. So
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, check that out. Other than that, I wanted to talk about Tarkov too, just because I've been playing it a little more. I think it's time to give it its just due, as far as like my opinion on it.
Fucking sucks.
That game fucking sucks. No. No, I mean, look, I get what they're trying to do, and then with the updates that Chris was telling me about, you know, I'm just like, I'm so confused. I feel like these guys don't know what they want to do with the game, and they're just trying a bunch of shit. And if you don't like it, they don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh,
The way I feel about it though is like, so they exactly what you said. Like, they're just trying to push shit. If you don't like it, oh well, they don't care. But like at the same time, they just keep trying to throw out more shit without actually like fixing all the crap that's wrong with it, right? Like with like the incredibly long queue times, the queuing into hackers all the time, the queuing into people with like 3 times your ping. So like you run into a hallway and then quickly get back into the room, and you're already like on the other side of the room getting lit up by this guy in the freaking in the hallway, and you're
you're dead. Like, yeah, dude. Before we finish off, I do want to say again, thank you to Ensorcel. for the bits. I do want to say it was good playing Mordhau with you. That's for sure. And I will say, if you're listening, check out that Twitch channel in Sourcel TV. Plays some awesome Overwatch and now plays some awesome Mordhau. So check him out.
Yeah.
Back to the Tarkov. So my thought. You got something, Chris?
I'll let you finish.
Okay. So my thought on Tarkov, it's just it's the weirdest game. Right. So I started off pretty low, just like everybody else. You know, you guys have higher gear than me now, but I'm just like I get what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not having fun. You know what I mean? I'm not having a lot of fun. Oof.
Hey, thanks for the sub.
Thanks, brother. So I'm not having fun. And I was talking to a buddy of ours, and he was saying it starts to get fun once you get level 10, because then you start to get, you know, like the auction or the flea market or wherever it's called, you know what I mean? But like from level 1 to 10 can be such a drag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a huge problem with the game. You know, another problem that I think is like something that should be brought up is like your hideout. Like there's so many weird obscure items that you need to get like to make your hideout work. And I think it's kind of dumb, dude. As far as like the gunplay for the game, it's like some of the like most unique and neat. And I think that's a really huge part of the like why I come back and play it. But I just don't know, dude. Charging somebody $45 for a game that's like nowhere near finished and just like changing the direction of it, I think that's kind of a like someone's getting shafted, you know?
Well, it's still it's still beta or alpha or whatever.
It's been alpha
not
for
released
like
yet, is it?
it's been alpha for like 2 years or more, hasn't it?
Wait, is it
No,
out yet?
it's in beta right now, and it's been in beta for a while.
Yeah.
Like my whole thing is maybe it's because I completely ignore the hideout that it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
See, I actually like the hideout. I don't know. I think that's one of the more interesting. I wish they incorporated it way more. Like instead of that main menu that you have, you always load into your hideout, and like you have to go to your med. You have to physically walk over to your med station, or physically walk over to like a terminal for the trade market. You know?
Yeah, see, if that would be way cooler because then it would have like it would have meaning to it. You can actually walk to the damn place, but like watch your guy make a bandage or make, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But Chris, you were saying?
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, to go back to what Cody was saying, maybe that's the biggest issue with the hideout is I've never felt like I needed it because I bought the most expensive version of the game, so my stash size is already maxed out. So I don't need to upgrade that in the hideout, which is where normally players would have to upgrade their stash size, is in the hideout.
Yeah.
I've had no issues with money, so I don't need to craft anything and sell it.
Yeah.
I mean, my stash is completely full with like all the armor I could ever want, all the containers and guns I would ever want. It's like I don't really need to use the hideout for anything. I mean, I know mid-max, like, you know, you can make a lot of money with the hideout. I get it, but it's like I never felt like I needed to.
So what you're telling me is Escape from Tarkov is a pay-to-win game? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Kind of. If you Edge of Darkness, you get like 4 times the stash space. It's pretty insane.
But it's like you can get that in the game. I would say it's more of like pay for convenience rather than pay to win, because you can still anything you can get in that edition you can earn in game, and it's not like other games where you have to microtransaction your way to it. You just have to spend a lot of time and effort into getting there, but you can still get there.
All right, so in that case, I'm gonna say if you get the bigger edition of the game, do you get the better Gamma container or the Kappa container, or do you have to earn that?
Yeah, you get that. But
Okay.
You get that, but
So
you also get it in game.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't get it in game.
Okay, so it's pay for convenience,
Pay for convenience,
but there's
yeah.
definitely like the hierarchy of having like more stuff you can bring back at all times with the Gamma container.
Yeah, from the get-go.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
So it's just a big head start.
it's also you get like better. I gotta go refill. Thanks for having me. It's also better to like it. You also get better standing with the traders, which gives you more money when you sell stuff.
Dude, that's a giant microtransaction, bro.
But it's not huge. It's just very minute.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very minute.
Yeah. And like I think the only thing that I would say they could fix, but it's kind of hard to do because they're trying to battle RMT, real money transactions, is starting the marketplace at a lower level. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Originally, I think they had it to where you gain access to it at level 5.
Okay.
But like Cody said, like the only reason why they raised it was real money transactions. And not only did they raise, because originally they raised it to 10, but then they also made it to where it took you longer to get to level 10.
Okay. I get it.
So it's like they changed like the leveling curve. And I mean, and like you were saying before, I understand like the whole like it does kind of seem with their updates that they're kind of just like throwing shit to the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
But credit where credit's due. If something is really wrong, like how they used to handle opening doors,
Yeah.
they'll backtrack. Because originally they had an animation for you stopping, placing your hand on the door handle, turning it, and opening the door. So like you literally couldn't do anything.
Yeah. No, if you opened a door, you were dead.
But enough people, like, they just got rid of it. So now you just open doors.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, credit where credit's due. If something's over the top bad, they'll roll back.
Yeah.
But they do have a mentality of, if you don't like it, then maybe this game isn't for you.
Sure. And see, I like the fact that they roll back, but the problem is now that they're dealing with a gigantic update that you can't roll back on. It's going to be the core of the game. You know what I mean? But
what are they doing that's so big for the update? That they're just like adding in a scav boss, and then they're gonna
no, not that one. The like future update, the one where they were saying where they wanted to make it one like map, like one whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like far off. I'm hoping by then they'll like
See the error of their ways.
just have it more figured out.
Oh, you're talking about how to extract from labs, you have to extract from labs and then extract from like customs or something, right?
Yeah, something dumb like that. I mean, you know, I don't want to get too far into it, but as far as like my thoughts for the game, I give it a solid 5 out of 10. Like there's things that I like about it. There really is, but the things that I hate about it are so much more than what I like. But 5 out of 10 seems like a good spot because the game fucking works. Because if it didn't, I would have just said the game's a 1 out of 10, you know? I think I think the price is dumb. I think how much you have to pay for it is really stupid. I think getting banned and then having to buy the game again is also like kind of crazy. There is way too many people cheating in that game. Like,
yep,
that's for sure. And even when they're not cheating, you know, like they're just better than me, and I'll be salty about that as much as I want. I don't give a fuck. So, you know, it is what it is. 5 out of 10 for that game.
I'll say this about the cheating too. I mean, even Cody can attest to this. I've played a lot of shooting games, and there are times like in Overwatch where I am just clearly outclassed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not afraid to say when I like suck at a game.
Yeah.
Tarkov is the first game I've played where I can genuinely say I ran into a lot of cheaters.
Sure.
And I think a lot of content creators might be underselling that enough to the point where I feel like if they spoke out more about it, maybe more would be done. I get it. They don't want to get on the bad side of battle state. And I mean, to be honest, neither do I.
Right.
But it's an issue, and it's an issue that they could solve. I feel like they could be more effective in fixing.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of content creators also can, because to them it's, oh well, if it's not affecting me then as much, then I'm not going to bring it up, and that doesn't really help the community overall.
Nah, it doesn't. It divides the community for sure.
Kind of like how I was playing Overwatch and I had to share a few clips and stuff with Ish, and one of them was like, this dude was like hard aim locking onto my head hitbox, like
Yeah.
perfect tracking, and I'm like, I slowed it down to like 0.25 speed, and he was still just perfect, pixel perfect.
So we had a match where we had to watch the replay. I was playing Sigma, but anyway, we had a match. We watched the replay, and some dude as Widow shot me through like the sketchiest looking crack in between a wall and a pillar, and then instantly turned around to somebody else and stared at their head through a pillar before they even like knew they were there.
Oh, the Widow, yeah.
Yeah, the Widow. And at first I was like, oh, that's dumb, man. Maybe that Widow's good. And then I watched that and I started laughing for like 10 minutes. I started laughing at how dumb it is, like that that it's just so easy to cheat these days. So it's like I don't want to say it's so easy to cheat, so why doesn't everybody do it? But some people actually want the competition. But at this point, like, what's the point? What's the point in competing in a game like that when you're just gonna get shut out by some cheater?
Hold on, I'm gonna link the I'm gonna link it in chat right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while he's linking it, with you guys talking about the kill cam, going back to Tarkov for a second, there had been a lot of discussion on having a kill cam in Tarkov, and the devs are so adamant on not doing that.
No, because it's not real. You can't watch yourself die.
My whole thing,
fair.
My whole thing though is, I think Pastilli mentioned it, is why not just have a kill cam that you don't access until the raid is done?
Yeah.
That's fine.
At that point, it doesn't give anyone an advantage. The information, it's just not like, you can't like me hit up Cody and be like, oh, the killer was over there and he was using this gun. It's like, at that point, it doesn't matter. My whole thing is, it's such an obvious solution to a lot of things because it would help with identifying hackers.
Yeah.
That it's like, why not just do it? Even if it's just to have your community essentially do your job for you and identify hackers, like, why not just do it?
Whoa.
All right, so we're turning into an Escape from Tarkov podcast.
Yeah.
How about change it up a little bit, guys? Do you guys happen to catch like all that news yesterday about Ashes of Creation?
You told me about that.
Yeah, dude.
While I got you on Ashes of Creation, we were watching that Asmongold little thing where you checked out the AMA.
Yeah. So Ashes of Creation, they came out like the lead dev basically said, yeah, I don't care if you pre-order, you don't need to. Basically, at this point, the entire thing's already funded. We're just gonna make this game as good as we can. And they're taking a lot of D&D mechanics, multi-classing, mixing classes, having certain classes access certain areas that other classes can't.
Yeah.
A lot of really, really cool stuff. And they also mentioned like something like it's going to be pretty PvP focused, right?
Okay.
And one of the things that they're implementing, which a lot of games don't, is say like you're level 5 and you're going up against some level 10, right? You do like 100 damage per hit to a mob your level. You're still going to do 100 damage per hit to that level 10.
So it doesn't level sync, but it'll actually like damage sync to like make it fair. Like,
no, there is no damage sync. They don't scale anything.
So it's just 100. So it's always 100. Oh, that's sick.
So if you're doing 100 damage, you're doing 100 damage, right?
That's sick.
They're making it more skill based rather than like
points and level and all that.
Yeah. Like how Warcraft, if you have like a lower gear score.
I brought it up, yeah.
Normal WoW, retail WoW. If you have like a lower gear score,
yeah,
they will scale down the amount of damage that you take from higher gear score players,
yeah,
and then scale up the damage that you deal to them as well.
Yeah, see, I remember in Warcraft, when doing like BGs and stuff, it would like scale you up to the max level of that particular bracket, so that you could play with everybody, and it would all just be like skill, you know?
Oh, I don't know if we mentioned this, but thanks, Clumsy Chemist, for the raid. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a cool game to check out for sure, and I definitely want to finish watching the AMA for that. So it's something we should do, but the hype stuff is now. We get into the hype now. Xbox Game Showcase was out, and everybody's favorite game. Everybody's super hype for Watchdog Legion. No, I'm just kidding. Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite, the game that I've always wanted in my life, and I just didn't know. Had some gameplay footage and a little bit of the story footage. Fucking Chris, handle this for me. Handle this gameplay for Halo Infinite.
So, let me just say that the only reason why I'm even into shooters is because of Halo. Halo holds a very, very special place in my heart, and it always will. I was completely blown away by what I saw. I'm extremely excited for Halo Infinite.
Yep.
I know there's a lot of people out there that are complaining about the graphics of an unfinished game, that, you know, this footage is probably recorded on an older build of the game, because that's normally how they do it.
Right.
So I get all that. Oh, it doesn't look next gen, but it's like, you know, y'all wanted to see the game. The game doesn't come out for like months.
Yeah.
You know, at least you got something. But regardless, I just mean, it's like a lot of new guns.
Yeah.
They finally have the sprints in the game as just a feature and not like an armor upgrade, which I know a lot of Halo loyalists are like, oh, it has sprint in the game. Now it's like Call of Duty. Just get over it. It makes the game better, especially since it's going to be more of like an open world.
Yep.
Rather than like linear levels.
Definitely.
I mean, I do have to do one shout out in that video. Mm-hmm. I'm sure everyone saw the like jumping suicide grunt.
Yeah, that was your favorite. That was your favorite.
Guess a new feature is the brutes will pick up grunts
and throw them.
It wasn't him jumping; they throw them and they suicide bomb you.
That's awesome.
Which made me very happy to see. Slide is still in the game.
Yep.
Which I never played Halo 5, so I didn't know that was already a thing. So I thought that was new, but it's not.
Right.
They focused this trailer on introducing what I thought was a Banished character. Banished being, you know, a faction of like the former Covenant.
Yeah.
Because who do we think that was at first-ish from Halo Wars?
It was Atriox.
Yeah, we thought it was Atriox, but the more I looked into it, like I think his name's like Astrum or something like that. I believe it's a different character.
It's a different guy. It sounds like he's still voiced by John DiMaggio, though. A little bit. It still sounds like him.
Yeah, but
it's the first bad guy from Destiny 2, man. That's who it is.
God damn. Recycled.
They wish it was. But I mean, his speech that he gave at the end, still gives me chills.
So I'm gonna say this.
They did a good job with that.
I'm gonna say this: Halo Infinite. I don't give a shit if it looks like Halo 1. Yo, I'll play that shit. I don't, and I feel like that's the main consensus. Like all I've been hearing is, you know, Ninja just wants to play Halo again. You know, Anybody who has been a Halo streamer just wants to play Halo again. You know, they want Team Deathmatch. They want Juggernaut. They want Capture the Flag, King of the Hill. They want all the good stuff. And they don't care how it looks like. Nobody gives a shit how it looks like. I could look like it could look like 8-bit and I'd still play this Halo game, right? But I'm excited at the freedom of movement. I'm excited at the open world map. I'm excited at the dopest thing I've seen, the grappling hook. Because that shit's tight. You can grapple you can grapple barrels and stuff and throw them at the enemy and blow them up with it. Super tight. But one of the best things about this title coming out is that it's coming out on the Xbox Game Pass. So you don't even have to buy the game if you don't want to. If you're already a Game Pass holder, that you own that game as long as you are a Game Pass holder.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Which means if it's coming to PC, which I think it is, we will also have Halo Infinite because we are all Game Pass holders. So
Nice.
I'm down with it. I'm down with it.
That's
super
what I mean.
excited.
Everything good. Like I didn't see anything bad with the presentation, with any of the news that followed. Like just all good surrounding Halo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, if that's true, I'm definitely gonna do the campaign. But
yeah,
like I mentioned to you guys earlier, is like I'm definitely not gonna enjoy the PvP. It's probably gonna suck. Like I know a lot of people are diehard Halo fans with PvP, but I feel like Halo PvP is just terrible.
If it's just it has everything you want. It's got hit scan to the shit. You know, like every gun is a fucking hit scan gun. Minus like the Needler, because the Needler is just kind of stupid, but that has its own deal.
Yeah, but it has rocket launchers.
Yeah.
And grenade launchers.
Kind of. I think that the grenade launcher from Halo 3 is like a different brute gun now.
Yeah.
But
it's basically a grenade launcher.
Yeah, but it's slow as shit. From what I saw, it's just so slow. Either way.
All right. So you probably thought I was kidding when you were talking about like, oh, everyone's excited about this. I'm actually excited about Fable, dude. I love Fable, and I can't wait to see it on a new gen kind of like graphics and everything, dude. I'm excited.
The only reason I would be excited if this is just a straight up reboot of Fable 1. If this is like not a new project, but instead it's just Fable 1 better, I'm all for it. 100%. Especially since Peter Molyneux's not working on it. So I'm 100% super down with it. That's what I'm excited for. If I could just play Fable 1, maybe multiplayer, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be good. It's a like people have mentioned, it's not the same studio, which sometimes is bad, but in this case, I think it'll be good. Fable's got a lot going for it as long as they use like the core beliefs behind Fable, and then just make it better.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a great game.
Yeah. I want it to be like, as soon as you become evil, the ground that you step on dies. You know what I mean? Like all the foliage just dies. Plants, trees, water turns all like murky. I want like them to really utilize this next gen stuff.
Yeah. Well, with like Fable, dude, yeah, like there's no hype train for it, but that's exactly why I'm excited for it. Is like when no one expected a game to be like rebooted or you know, remastered or something, that's when you're like, oh snap, man, this is gonna be sick.
Like take Shadow of the Colossus for one that got remastered, and like that game is already a masterpiece to begin with. But now that it's remastered, you can play it on a better frame rate. It looks better, bro.
Yeah.
That game's tight as hell.
Take Watch Dogs Legion, for example. No one expected a second part, let alone a third.
Yeah. I'm hoping Watch Dogs Legion was what we were supposed to get the first time, which sounded fun, which sounded really, really fun. And the game itself is pretty topical because it's like going against like organized crime and like kind of like the government and big conglomerates. So It's pretty topical to these days, so I'm sure somebody's gonna have a really good time playing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It seemed cool. More freedom of play, more interactivity with like online stuff, more interactivity with like items and how you're hacking stuff. So it should be fun. Who knows? It's Watch Dogs, so how that exists today is amazing. It's a
Dude,
miracle.
man, just I don't know. It's like talking about reboots and stuff too. It reminded me of Fantasy Star Online. Was it New Genesis or
New
something?
Genesis, yeah. So Phantasy
Yeah,
Star Online 2, from what it looked like, was just a huge update to Phantasy Star Online 2, which is totally fine because that game is good, that game is fun, and it came to North America finally. So to have like a new North America version of Phantasy Star Online 2, I think it's going to help out a lot, and it's going to bring a lot of people from like dead MMOs or broken MMOs into like a new type of play style, which I'm really excited for because I like Phantasy Star. So, I'm looking forward to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the 38th and 39th WoW killer to come out.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be the WoW killer. I don't think anybody expects that, neither the developers. But if it's going to be a free MMO and already has a shit ton of content and no need for microtransactions,
Yeah.
I think it's a move, like a good move forward to like just upgrade what you have, update it to bring new stuff in, and just like release it to North America. Here, take it. It's yours. You know?
Like, Fantasy Star Online 2, we got Ashes of Creation, we got was it New World?
New World, yeah.
Yeah, we got a few MMOs. I
Yeah.
mean, Fantasy Star Online 2 is definitely not new. It's like an 8-year-old game at this point, but
At this point, yeah.
sounds like they're completely
Revamping, I guess, would be the word.
yeah, not really remaster, I guess. I don't know.
It's kind of like what happened with Final Fantasy, where it came out a certain way and then it got a new team and it got completely updated to like 2.0 Realm Reborn, Like
Yeah,
everything got a little better, some things got streamlined, some things they took more time with. It's I think it's going to be really good. It's going to be really fun if you like that type of game. The other thing we saw on the Xbox, or that I saw on the Xbox showcase, was Hello Neighbor 2. So I have a son. Wow, what a shocker. I have a son, and he loves Hello Neighbor 1. We play it together. Like he'll sit right here on the big boy desk, and we'll play some Hello Neighbor together. That's a story about a kid and who got kidnapped by a gentleman across the street, and a bunch of craziness ensues, and it's a bunch of like nightmare stuff, basically. You're as far as the story, but the game itself is like it's like a stealth exploration type of things. You got to grab this and you got to do puzzles and stuff to like move from level to level and level, and you get more of the plot. So this next one, Hello Neighbor 2, we saw that the antagonist from the first game is actually coming back, and he's getting new stuff. He's getting new like AI tweaks, and the game looks better. It looks like it runs better. A lot of the stuff is more like polished, and that was the problem with the first game, Hello Neighbor, is that none of that stuff was like polished. They just threw it out. Here you go. Here's a game. Give us $20, $30, you know? And now it looks like they actually put the time in, and all the like movements and animations look really good, really like crisp. And it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun playing hide and seek with this guy, basically. You can throw cameras on the wall. You can start tripping him now. Like you can have actions against him. Before it was just like run and hope it works type gameplay,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool, and the level design looks really awesome too. So I'm excited to actually play that by myself and then play it with my son. That was another thing we saw.
I know one thing that our buddy here, Magtrinix, aka Josh,
Yeah,
super excited about Warhammer Darktide.
dude, I'm excited about that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Excited
really
for
hyped
that.
about that. I'm super hyped for that. Yeah. So
That-
Darktide, bro. Bruh.
Bruh.
So I own both of the Vermintide games, and I love those games. I love like Left 4 Dead. So if you bring that to Warhammer, I'm down. But they did a double. They did like 2 times so good, and they brought 40K over to Left 4 Dead basically. So now you have all the 40K upgrades. You have all the guns and the technology from the future, son.
Oh man.
And you're doing Left 4 Dead stuff. How can you hate on that? You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible.
Did they say it was going to be like a Vermintide game? Because I missed that if they did.
It was revealed as far as what was it? Was it? I feel like it was in-engine little cutscene that it was panning out to be that. So I will give you more information on that because this is what
it is. Most welcomed. Most welcomed if it is.
Yes. I just want to do a little shout out. What is up, Scam Rat? Good to see you, brother. How has Dead by Daylight been? Let me know. I would love to know. Because I actually just prestiged the other day. Okay.
Oh, man.
Yes, but Darktide, super interested, super want to be about it. Give it to me faster.
The speculation is because they're both say tied in the name, that they're going to be similar games. So.
Yes. So I'm just going by like the little clues that they're throwing at me now. If we play something, if it's not Darktide, then we got to play GTFO. Like I'm gonna play one of those. It's just gonna happen, you know.
GTFO.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Yeah, wonderful game.
This episode sponsored by G Fuel.
Oh yeah, G Fuel. Get the fuel. Also, while I'm at it, let me open up my little ass mini fridge here. Video can also be sponsored by Aha, Black Cherry and Coffee Beverage.
That is the most mini fridge I've ever seen, and I need one.
It's like 2 or 3 things, dude.
Bro.
But look, do you want to know how you can tell that your drink is going to be a good one?
How?
You can hear the fizz, you can feel the fizz, you can smell the black cherry as soon as you open this thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck. I don't drink carbonated things that much, so.
Yeah, that actually does look like a computer, but further back.
Oh yeah,
it's like an optical illusion, dude.
It's like a little fridge. Check it out. It's got space for like 5 drinks, 5 cans.
What's the brand on that?
It's called Chef Man. That's why they gave it to me. So it's perfect for me.
How does it work? Like, does it work like? Does it actually keep your drink cool, like as if it was in the regular fridge?
Yeah. So what happens? So what's going on is the back part, is like the cooled part, and if you keep it like everything insulated in there, the whole entire thing becomes cold. There's no fan or anything in it. It's just like cold from the little panel in the back. It's really cool. I like it. I don't know. I don't know. My wife got it for me. Nice. My wife got it for me. So she probably got it from Target then.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Or $40 from Walmart.
You know what? I'm gonna say we got it at Target so I can start flexing. But yeah. Anyways, that's basically our news for this week. It seems like a bunch of stuff, but
yeah,
it wasn't. Anyways, you guys have anything that happened since the last podcast? Any new updates?
No, I think we're gonna do the Tuesdays. Chris and I think maybe even you if you want to join us because you have the game. We're gonna go play the Division 2.
Okay.
Relatively new characters that we could play on. So, and I haven't finished the game, like the original game. And the new expansion came out recently, the Battle for New York or something. So
okay, yeah. Super dope. I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead. My bad, dude.
I should say, yeah, we're gonna jump into that. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
And if you tune in, you might see something new.
Yeah, that's right. I'm really excited. I'm glad that you guys are coming through and gonna start doing some streams. Cody and Chris will be doing like the Division stream on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Chris and I will actually continue our Resident Evil 7 playthrough on Fridays, 6 p.m. I think you're figuring something out. I think you're seeing a pattern here. And I believe we might have another thing going on that we're workshopping. So maybe something that all three of us will jump on and play at some point.
Definitely. I do have one question though. So in
Sure.
this coins thing, Chunga points.
Yeah.
Who got rid of the push-ups?
I got rid of the push-ups. My arms were hurting.
Oh man, I was enjoying that because I don't have a cam, so I never had to do it.
When you get the cam, I'm putting it back on.
Oh man, don't be that guy.
So after this, what are you guys up to? You want to play some games?
Yes.
Maybe get some chat involved?
Yes. If so, everybody who's here, if you guys have some time, want to play some games with your boys, the ChungaBunga podcast, we actually have a Discord, and the link to that is under this stream, and it's also right there in the chat. Thank you, Co.
Yeah.
We play all kinds of stuff. Cody's really good at first-person shooters. Chris is really good at hiding in places. I play, like I said, I play a lot of indie games and a lot of stuff that's kind of under the radar. So if you got something that you want to play that's indie, I'm down with it. Other than that, I mean, we're just gonna be hanging out. I think we might do another stream, maybe tonight. We'll see. But as far as like our schedule, it's gonna be the same as it is every week, with the inclusion of the division. So you could see that in our schedule. If it's not below, I'll put it below. Oh God, this chat is getting wonderful.
Yeah.
And while I have more people here, we're also hosting a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournament on Sunday. That is going to be a 16-person bracket, and it's just going to be single elimination. There's no losers bracket. Just come in, play the game, enjoy your time, enjoy the company, and just kind of hang out. We'll have like a prize. It's going to be like something worth $20 value. So if you want to come in and play, win something, come on in. Like I said, it is 16 people. So if we get more than 16 people, that'll be it. I'll have to host something some other time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And follow our socials for other cool stuff. We're gonna try and do be more engaging with everybody. Check out what's up.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it for us for this week. We got another one in 2 weeks. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of crazy ass news. I'm gonna be the first person to say it, man. Thank God Paper Mario came out, so I have something to do. In the meantime, other than that, we'll be streaming, we'll be hanging out on the Discord, we'll be playing games, that's for sure. And that's it. We'll just be doing our thing, guys. If you guys have a stream you guys would like to tell us about, just come in, let us know. I'm always down to look at stuff. I'm always down to help mod stuff. I'm always down to help do clips. So if you got something you want me to look at, just let me know. I'm all on it. So for us here at the ChungaBunga podcast, that's it for us, guys. You know where we're gonna be at. You know where you're gonna be at. So let's make that happen. Let's make that meet up somewhere in the middle, okay? But you can catch us, me-ish. You can catch Cody over there.
We're gonna go play. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of Mordhau. Maybe a little bit of Tarkov.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
And you can see Chris Tuesdays and Fridays on the cast on the channel, right, Chris?
A lot of big things coming too.
Yes, definitely. So, with that, this is us. You can see us, same Chunga place, same Chunga time.
Same ChungaBros.
Same ChungaBros. Have a good one, guys, and thanks for tuning in.